best moral ever. This episode was dangerously close to blowing it and becoming a cliched mess, but it pulled it off. Josh Haber's quickly showing himself to be a well-rounded writer, being able to write comedy and something serious. So this episode starts out with the Apple family relaxing by the pond. As usual, I love seeing the Apple family interact. Here we get some backstory to Granny Smith being a bit of a daredevil in her younger years. I don't think it's too unbelievable considering how she acted with the Timberwolves. I personally like the idea of a rainbow dash like Granny Smith. And Big Mac is a troll. He actually put the time and effort to go out and buy a shark hat just to play a tiny prank on his sister. It's pretty funny if you think about it. Any characterization for him is welcome. Then we are shown several types of ponies being dangerously handicapped. Oh, wow. I'm all for world building, but this is kind of dark. Several of these guys should still be in the hospital from the way their bandages look. As it turns out, the crowd is going towards the Flim Flam Brothers. I like the Flim Flam Brothers as foils to Applejack, showing just how she could end up should she lose her honesty in the way she works and conducts business. At first, the brothers started out as just opportunistic businessmen who got too cocky, but this time they come back as actual con artists. I have to admit, as despicable as they are, they do know how to appeal to a crowd's demands and desires. If they actually clean up their acts and become better people, I bet the brothers could get decent jobs in marketing. Then we get a song which is kind of boring, but the imagery is just... ugh. I was really uncomfortable watching all of this. This really is the first time we've seen so many pony diseases together. In fact, I think this is the first time we've seen so many pony diseases, period. It comes as a bit of a shock, seeing as we rarely witness sickness in Equestria.
You've got mononucleosis, halitosis, scoliosis, 15 days is my prognosis, you need red and blue pill doses. You've got scabies and phlebitis, chronic rabies, hepatitis, you'll be brave and you'll unite us, then you'll die of meningitis. The
Flim Flam Brothers' latest scheme is a cure-all tonic. They even see the effects with a live demonstrator, who's obviously in on the act. Yeah, at first I was not happy. Oh my gosh, this is obviously a scam. This is obviously a placebo effect for Granny Smith. Applejack is obviously not going to trust this and going to find out what it really is. For those that don't know, a placebo effect is a substance or procedure that is objectively without specific activity for the condition being treated. In layman's terms, it's a fake cure for a disease you don't really have, but it cures it anyway. I've seen this sort of plotline hundreds of times and I was so ready to find this episode meh. But the episode realizes this, and the reveal that it's a scam comes not even halfway through. The Flim Flam Brothers openly admit they're tricking ponies, and twist it around to make it look like Applejack would be the bad guy by ruining Pony's happiness. I like this because Applejack is at a moral dilemma here. It may be unethical to use a placebo and lie to all of Ponyville, but isn't it also unethical to not use something that technically heals? Everyone is happy and is able to be confident in themselves. If this lie is making everything better, then what's the problem? Granny Smith seems to be doing just fine. She's actually able to physically interact with Apple Bloom, and nothing horrible is happening. No matter how physical the activity, Granny Smith is completely fine. It's been shown early on in the show that Granny Smith isn't the most physical pony out there, and she seems happy right now. Here, it seems the lie has made everything better. Yeah, as you can probably tell from my tone, I'm just playing devil's advocate, as is this episode.
This meeting isn't about prayer. It's not about healing.
You're not seeing what happened here tonight.
Yeah, I saw it. You and I saw the same thing.
Granny Smith seems to have gotten too confident and attempts a dangerous stunt. Here, Applejack realizes that a lie makes things easy at first and may even be beneficial, but down the line, it could have disastrous consequences. Just because something makes you happy doesn't mean it's a good idea. That is a very good message for kids. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, but it's fun, but it's harmless, but it doesn't matter right now, but we love each other. When later down the line, it screws people over because they don't think about the long-term consequences. Speaking of which, that seems to be a habit of Applejack's, not looking at the big picture. Overall, pretty good episode. Didn't find it too funny compared to other episodes, but we got some great world building, new designs for characters, and a fantastic moral. Oh gosh, it's just so great! I know I'm taking it too seriously, but